Iman Gadzhi is a multi-millionaire with an estimated net worth of $100 million at 25 years old. For him to get there quickly, there are 5 bad money habits that he doesn't know, which keeps you and majority of people poor. The 5th poor money habit by him is gonna show you the most common habit that most poor people have but don't know about. And if you don't know it, it might be the reason why you're poor, or might be the next one.
So, let's get into it.
The first reason you're poor is because you can't look yourself in the mirror and be honest about your current situation. You can't take criticism without even trying to protect your ego. You know, usually there's 2 things that most people can't take responsibility for. It's number 1, how much money they have in their bank account, and number 2, their weight. And let me tell you something right now. If you're watching this video, it means that you have Wi-Fi as well as some sort of device that connects you to the global economy. So for that reason, you have no excuses. Zero, none. In the year 2022, if you still can't figure out how to make money, shame on you. The point is, even let's say 100 years ago, it wasn't the way it is now. The way it is now, literally everyone watching this can log online and get the same information that someone else used to go on to make $1 million, $10 million, $100 million. They have access to that exact same information, yet they're stuck in the same place. So you must ask yourself, why?
And the answer is, you simply don't take action. You don't take risks. You are just there chilling in your comfort zone while it's drowning you into deep poverty. And you probably know it. Most of you just keep on watching self-improvement videos or educational videos and feel like you are improving, but yet here you are, still stuck in the same place. Why? Because you don't take action, you don't execute on what you are learning, and that keeps you poor. Most successful people aren't that smart. They just move fast, take action, take risks, and work a lot. That's what you need to do to succeed as well. The second money habit keeping you poor is having only one source of income. Now, I can hear you saying it's impossible for me to have multiple sources of income. I just can't afford yet to work another job. You see, poor people know a job as the only way to earn money. Rich people, on the other hand, know that a job cannot make you rich. Why? Because there will always be a ceiling to how much you can make and the number of jobs you can work. Plus, if something happens to you and you can't work, or you get laid off, will that money still be coming in? No, because you only have one source of income, so the math isn't mathing here. Put simply, the more income streams that you have, the less likely you are to go broke. The average millionaire has 3 income streams. Elon Musk, for example, has more than 7 big billion-dollar companies that he's running. Iman Gadzhi has multiple 7-8-figure businesses under his belt. What makes you think it's sustainable and safe to have only one income stream? Iman Gadzhi puts it this way: poor people only earn while they are working. If you are unable to earn money while you sleep, you'll never be rich. The third habit is paying too much in taxes. It's crazy how poor people get excited when they get a tax refund. Taxes are going to be the single biggest expense in your life. That is money that you give to the government with no interest. They use your money for free, but it doesn't end there. Poor people get taxed very differently than rich people. Like, if you are working a job, the government or state takes out your taxes straight from your paycheck before it even reaches your bank account, and then you are left with whatever money that you spend. If you are a business though, you first get to spend how much money you want to spend, and then the government or state get taxes on what's left, if there is any at all. This is how the rich legally avoid paying taxes. Whilst everyone has to pay taxes, a lot of people just pay it without considering how to legally reduce your tax bills. The wealthy have knowledge on how to do this, like taking a lot of deductions. So if you want to get one step ahead, one of the best ways to increase your wealth is through understanding tax rules in a way that stack up in your favor. Instead of letting someone else decide where that money should be going, you can instead use the money to give back to things that directly align with your values. Fourth habit is paying or spending money for status. These days, people are going broke trying to look rich. They are spending money on things they want but don't need, with money they don't have. Just simply to impress people they don't like. Think of how stupid that sounds. They are buying expensive cars, clothes, luxury watches, having expensive hobbies, etc. with money they can afford, just for the sake of trying to keep up with the Joneses, instead of saving or investing. Why do you feel they need to spend $100,000 on a wedding when you could invest in a business or travel the world with your partner? We are proud people and we don't want to be perceived as inferior, and that's exactly how you end up being poor long term, because the things that get you out of poverty are the exact opposite direction. The appearance game cannot be won, because the second you get there, the goalpost moves further. The last money habit keeping you poor is overconsumption.
Now, in this world, there are the people who create and those that consume. And the people who consume things pay the ones and make the ones who create things very rich. So you need to understand that you are always paying someone in one of two currencies, attention or money. And ultimately, attention and money both usually end up to the person who has managed to get that from you, eventually making money in some form or fashion. You need to understand that you are poor because you do not create anything. You simply consume. And you will not become rich in life until you create something the market consumes, whether that be a service, whether that be a product, whatever it may be. Create value and others will consume it in return for money. You know, and this also goes for sort of your online footprint. This idea of creator versus consumer. You need to understand that you are consumers on YouTube, you are consumers on TikTok. And by the way, there's no issues with that. Bear in mind, when I have 10 or 15 minutes to eat a nice meal, I usually sit down and I watch a YouTube video. So there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But the issue is most of you guys are spending 3-4 hours a day on TikTok over consuming.
A lot of people like to consume, whether that is through their attention or money. Marketers, social media, and the wealthy who runs these multi-billion-dollar companies love to tell us how much we need to spend our money instead of investing it. And they also love to hook us into paying attention to unimportant things like current events or breaking news all the time, instead of you creating. Why? Every time you buy or consume something, you don't realize that you've been marketed to. Someone convinced you to trade your hard-earned money or attention for a feeling. Marketers and the wealthy know that poor people are quite profitable. Companies and marketing people understand this very clearly, and that's why you see all of those broke people trying to flex on social media. Poor people think that rich people or celebrities wear Gucci, but Gucci is simply paying celebrities to wear the brand so they can sell more to poor people. Simply put, your consumption funds the rich people's lifestyles. You are being marketed to all the time because they know that poor people are bad with money and attention. That's the paradox of growing up broke. You stay broke by trying to fill the hole that growing up broke left you with by trying to look rich and stay comfortable. You need to understand that you are poor because you don't create anything. You simply consume. So let this video be the one that changes you from a consumer to a producer. There are more other bad money habits that keeps people poor, which I haven't put in this video because I didn't want it to be too long. If you want a full video of all of them, tell me in the comment section. But if you don't know where to start taking control of your financial future or how to make money online, and you wanna make your first $1,000 quickly, then click this video. It's going to help you guaranteed.